previously on To the House.
You know, this next game being Davidson, this is a huge deal for us as a team.
Tired of losing? Play smart. Tired of losing? Take it out on them. I really am going in thinking that we can stop them.
I've never seen Coach Kelley punt until I came here.
And the boos come out. They didn't want to see us punt it.
We sucked, and they played well. But you guys still got to have faith, and you got to have hope that you can do it.
Hold on, 1, 2, 1. Post!
You know, at this point of the season, it's pretty much set in stone that, you know, any playoff chances, any league championship, anything like that are pretty much out the door.
You know, with the losses, usually, you know, a team would come together more, but it hasn't worked like that at all.
It doesn't feel like a team right now. I feel like just guys, a couple guys, like just playing hard for each other and not for everybody.
You're just running it for the sake of running. Nobody's even thinking anymore. Y'all just running freaking route. Part of the guys are coming out there, and they're not fully there to practice to try to eliminate mistakes and get better. That was a complete debacle over there. They're there to get through it, and that's showing in practice. Gotta be better than that. We've got 4 screw-off plays in a row, and we're fumbling snaps, and nobody cares. Everybody just stops, looked around.
This is definitely a point where you can kind of see the people who want to be here and the people who don't.
Team morale is definitely, you know, not looking too good. I mean, we're just trying to get ready for the next game at this point.
Let's be honest. San Diego is more talented than us, but they don't have to be able to fight harder than us. They're playing at 10 a.m. their time. It's going to be 1 o'clock here. We got a lot of advantages. They're a very good football team. You picked to win the conference, and you guys got a chance to knock them off, and I think you can. We look and we see that they're really good at some things that really hurt us the most. Let's go. Let's tackle them. I knew that week we've got to get back to working on tackling and blocking. It's too much hard work in a game of football to give up free plays on either side of the ball because you didn't know who to block. That's the biggest thing. I need our full kickoff team and our full kickoff return team.
After Davidson, the kickoff team really wasn't able to show some good onside kicks. Now, going forward in practice, Coach Kelley has implemented just like an actual kickoff.
Gotcha. Just kick it as deep and as high as you can out of the back of the end zone. All right.
Our reaction to that was like, thank God, like, about time. You know, he's actually listening to us, listening to the community, listening to what people are saying, that we should kick it deep more. You know, give them less of an opportunity to score the ball.
It's too much in the middle, Ancha. They weren't something that I thought philosophically I needed to change. They were something that emotionally I thought we needed to change. And to me, I hope that shows that it's not about me or my philosophy or whatever. It's about giving people what I think they really need. Ancha, if it happens, just relax, because you got plenty of leg. You got leg for years.
The road to get to this point has been so long and so hard for us. At any point, you can turn anything around. It's all about the legacy you want to leave. And if you can look back and say, you know, I gave it my all and I gave all the effort that I possibly could, that's what it's about.
I know this game's going to be tough. We go into the game, and just like I wouldn't want it to be, things start going bad.
Little play fake. Heffley wants to throw. Looking. Now he's going to be caught from behind. He threw it backwards. It goes out of the end zone. He threw that backwards. That's a safety.
That hurt. And I know, like, plays like that in football are huge, and you just can't keep having plays like that.
Toss sweep to him, trying to go right. Got a little room. He cuts it back, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Freak me.
We're not doing much at all. They're stopping us. We can't stop them.
They quickly snap it. Quarterback sneak, and he gets a push from his running back for a San Diego touchdown.
That is not what we want. It's definitely a momentum shift.
We'll sling it. This could be a double pass. We are, and then we were speared, and it ball is on the ground, and San Diego is still on the ground, and now they're going to say who fell on it. San Diego fell on it. They did.
You know, we make some mistakes on offense. They're able to line up and run the ball at us. We're having communication problems, just like I knew from practice.
Little cut to the 10 to the 5, and just like that, it's 21-0.
It sucks, but it's like, man, we just got to find a way. We just got to find a way to win this game.
Coach Kelley calls me on a corner route, and before I catch the ball, I get hit in the head. Coach Kelley actually calls the same play again, just in a wider formation.
That time, now he's under pressure. He'll take a shot. We got Witcher down here. He'll catch it. He'll stay on his feet.
I catch it, and I'm running down the sideline for a touchdown. It was great to feel that feeling of we're in this. We can do this.
Nagy, you know, he just started going off. He was recognizing plays and formations just left and right. I mean, it's just automatic for him. San Diego has the ball on our side of the field and seems like a pretty normal drive, and Nagy, he just takes off and makes a good play, TFL in the backfield. We look down and his elbow, I mean, is just out of socket.
He goes down, and really, honestly, my heart was broken. He was one you never had to worry about bringing it mentally and physically, never. He was a guy, no matter how hard it got, you could look over there and go, Jared's still on the field. He's still here. There's not a better way about saying it than that just freaking sucked.
For some awful reason, I'm falling backwards. Subconsciously, my brain says, put your arm down. And I do what you're never supposed to do and put my arm down. The thing I was scared most about was I couldn't move it. Like, I couldn't move anything from here down. That kind of freaked me out for a minute. All I could think about was pain. It was just reverberating in there. It was just, yeah. No, just lots and lots and lots and lots of pain.
It was hard seeing him go down like that, especially the way it happened. Like, I was on the sideline when I saw his elbow come out of place, and that was just something that I wouldn't want to experience. I hate that he had experienced it just because he's one of the tougher guys on the team, and to see him react the way he did, it hurt a lot of people.
That really stopped our momentum right there because we just lost one of our best linebacker and the best defensive guy on our teams.
They got a man down there, it's caught, it's a touchdown.
That really hit our confidence a lot.
When things are going like they were in that game, and then you put them on the bottom of the culmination of the last few weeks with the losing and trying to fight back and losing and trying to fight through the week and losing and trying to fight for the next game and get everybody on the same page. There's not a lot of good words to describe it, but you feel, I think, futile.
And to get it out wide, and he's going to be dropped back at the 14-yard line.
Right along on par with the rest of the season. Some things out of our control that really took the wind out of our sails.
I'm not kidding. Touchdown San Diego.
When I look back at these games and talk about these times, I see there are so many things that just things went awry, and we got close. And we fought back sometimes. And then something else happened. And I know life is, and football is, you gotta fight through those. Maybe that's what learning is learning that it's not as far away as you think it is, but if you let those things keep happening, it sure seems like it's further than it is, that's for sure. When things are going awful and you're getting beat, and you got the naysayers, you got social media, you got emails, you got real life letters, you got notes people are writing you and leaving on your desk, you're losing, you're not getting the reward of the win. There's a million things that you want to happen better than that aren't happening.
I can tell this is uncharted territory for Coach Kelley. Just being the king, probably the greatest football coach in Arkansas of all time, and then coming out here and just like having complete opposite of that. I would imagine that would take a little bit of a toll on a person.
Well, like the bad news bears. Heads up, coming at you, fellas.
It's tough to, see your defense struggle, see your offense struggle. Nobody can really play good in that atmosphere. It's just downhill.
Injuries, a lot of them just freak accidents. We lost Tyrese early in the season, Nagy with the elbow, Tyler obviously with his knee. Some of those things you just can't prevent. We go into practice every day with a strong mindset. Everybody's out there to get better. We're out there to compete. But it's just, we're on a losing streak right now. And it doesn't help that there is some divisions in the locker room. And on top of that, not everybody's buying in to what Kelley has going on. He's losing fans. He's losing the team, really.
We come into Stetson, and I know that we've played the hardest 4 teams in the conference. I think we've got a real shot against Stetson if we can put some things together. And then here we are again. We're getting beat pretty badly early, and with a team that needs everything to go right. Their guys start playing with a lot of confidence. Our guys get their head down a little bit, lose that confidence that you need to play this game. One thing turns into another, they start scoring pretty quickly. So we throw some picks on offense. It's just a thing that never ends. It's a never-ending problem. Quite honestly, here we are again, and we're in the middle of a hole to try to dig ourselves out of, and we're not good at digging ourselves out of holes. We made some big mistakes and didn't get away with it.
don't want to give up games and give it to them and make it easy for other teams to like, oh, we're playing PC this week, that's an automatic win. Like, nah, that's a shot to all the efforts that we've given the past few years to this program. We're just fighting for basically our pride and manhood at this point, you know, is what it feels like.
Listen. That right there, that happiness, that feeling they're feeling right now could have been us. So that feeling they're feeling is what we should be feeling right now. We should be enjoying ourselves. We should be looking forward to this Saturday night in Clinton. But now we gotta think in our heads, be like, just another one of those games, right? Most of y'all are thinking it's just another one of those games. But to most of us, it isn't. To most of us, that was our fourth to last game. Maybe that doesn't mean much to you, but it means a lot to me. What I'd have to say about the rest of this season is that you're playing for your own honor. Are you just gonna be like, oh, this is just who we are at PC now, we're just a losing mentality? Are you gonna bring it back? Who you are as a person is gonna be the rest of this season.
My stepdad had lived out here, so we moved out here, and this is where I switched in junior high from one school to the other, and I guess lived out here my whole teenage years. Hey, Leroy. Family is really, really important to me. She started wearing a shirt that says champion. She's a champion already. You have zero idea of the craziness of my life. I mean, just absolute zero. I had one of those kind of movie childhoods where things didn't go extremely well, you know, and your parents end up having problems and get a divorce, and you don't have any money, and we literally at times didn't have food to eat. You know, we went without meals at times. And we lived beside an area that had a little bridge. You know, sometimes I just leave the house because frustrated. Even at 8 years old, I knew things weren't great, you know, at home. There are times when I thought about, I don't know if I want to keep going. I don't know if I want to go on. Looking back, I don't know what it would have done to me, but I wouldn't have stood there a lot of times and thought, God, this sucks. I just don't know if I want to keep going. And two things always brought me back. I thought of what something happened to me would do to my mother. Two, I didn't want to miss football the next day. I wanted to go be a part of my guys the next day. You know, that goes into the gift and the curse of the passion of football. You know, it can cause you to feel terrible, or it can cause you not to do something terrible. When you go through something hard with somebody and you come out on the other side, that bond is stronger. And that's what football does. Because in the end, nobody's going to remember this season of how many ever losses we end up with or how many ever wins we end up with. The players are going to come back in 30 years and go, remember that good time in practice whenever this happened? Oh my God. Nobody wants to remember the bad. We're going to have to create some good times. Well, you got to create those little victories. And the big victory right now for us is that we finished freaking strong. And that I can live with. That was the best practice we've had as a team. And that was a practice that's going to beat this team Saturday. That practice right there is going to beat this team Saturday. I promise you tonight, if you got on this football field, you helped both sides get better. And that's what it's about, finding a way to help your team. Winning and losing is cool, and it's part of the process. But there's nothing better than the game of football. Next time on To The House.
We travel to Indiana this week for Valpo, and we really need this win.
Come on. He's faking an A-gap blitz and a slot's running. There's always going to be tensions on a coaching staff because you're together so much, you're working so hard, and you're tired. Well, you can get pissed at me if you want to, but it doesn't freaking matter. Everybody in, let's go.
Coming into Valpo, this is really our chance to, just finally get a win. Has this amazing run for a touchdown, puts us on the board first.
Good start to the game.
Overtime Fits keeps blessing me with all these fits, and you can cop them all too. Head over to the OT shop and peep some of these new drops. All you gotta do is click the link below.